We have some hippies out there, and 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 hippies out there.
Blast off. What is good, everybody? It's the weed. It's the weed. I'm done. It's the weed, bruh.
That was the weeknight intro.
That's the week. I should have tried to pull in my. What's good, everybody? We are here in the bakery.
For the jazz hour.
It's the 100th motherfucking episode. Man, let me tell you, not only is it the 100th episode, but this motherfucker is special tonight. And why is it special? We got the most hottest upcoming brand in Arizona getting ready to launch this Friday. If you haven't heard about it, well, you just did now. And for those of you guys who did hear about it, you already know. We got motherfucking Alien Labs in the building tonight, a.k.a. Connected. AKA, bro, I'm telling you, they finna take over the entire weed game. What do you think, Kyle? It's about to be some real competition out here now, huh?
Let's just put it this way: I haven't even finished this bull pack yet.
And you already big chillin'. He's already big chillin'. Listen, Kyle usually starts the show at his mic and doesn't lean back until about midway, and he's already leaning back, boy. That means he is ready to go. So as you know, I got my dude, K Boogie Boog, bro. What's up, man? I'm sorry I should have said that first, but bro, you know what I'm saying? This weed got me excited, man. I've been waiting for this. And let's go ahead and introduce the one that made it happen. She's back again. This ain't her first rodeo, people. But let me tell you, she back. She got the braids in. She got her hair all did up. She got a new title. Kori.
Hey.
How you doing, my friend?
I'm good. Thanks for having me back.
Oh, you already know. We told you you'd be back, man.
I'll be back.
And you came back and damn, let me tell you, man, we smelled her pulling up.
Did I come through?
Well, did you come through? Did we got to? I already told you this a million times, but I'm gonna tell you now that we're face to face. I truly appreciate you, for real. Like, even outside of this, like, you putting this together, you've always like supported us. You always had our back. Anytime I get into one of those moods where I'm posting some down ass shit, you be like, nah, bro, pick it up. Anytime I post some up shit, you're like, celebrate it. You know what I'm saying? You're always in my corner, and I truly, well, our corner. I'll say our corner. And we definitely appreciate that. You asked if you should have been here, and I was like, hell yeah. If you don't pull up, we're not doing the show. I'm just kidding. But no.
Almost should I be here? This is where, I don't know.
Excuse me, I had to smoke some weed. I had to make sure you were here. Like, this was the perfect excuse for you to come back, right? Yeah. And I'm glad you did, because we got new shit for you to talk about, and maybe some old shit that we can catch up on. Who knows?
Hell yeah.
We'll see how the show goes.
Hell yeah.
But the main man.
Yeah.
The main man.
The
bro.
main.
Shit. I'm about
man.
to. Hey, look, man. I'm smoking weed now, so we just get a little friendly in here. Bruh, first and foremost, good God almighty. Let me rip this for you one time before this intro. You know.
That's a compliment.
He tried it, y'all.
Fuck it. Now you know, man. We got the homie Bruno in the building.
Yeah.
Look, he said not to call him this, but the master grower.
Man.
From Alien Labs. Because you gotta be a fucking master to grow some weed like this, bro. Jeez Louise. Like, I gotta do this again.
Looks like the picture, bro.
It does, right? It looks just like their pictures.
And it
like,
smells
it's
like
not...
you want the picture to smell.
Bro.
It does. Yeah.
Big facts, like, I'm not even stunting. Every picture that you got, I tried to hold it in.
Look what you did to them, Bruno.
This is a compliment. I love watching this. This is great.
He's like, I did this. You're welcome.
Bro, it's not too often people get us choking in here like that. Holy God. I forgot what I was saying. That's good.
Master grower.
A master
Master grower.
Gotta be a master.
You
to
gotta be a
grow
master to
cannabis
grow
like
mind
this.
wiping cannabis like this. This ain't no regular weed, okay? This is not your average. Let me go drop some motherfucking 50 but nah. This is designer weed, people. This right here. Listen, some of y'all gonna be a little tickled about the price, but y'all know we keep it all the way 100. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not even halfway through this blunt, and I'm higher than a motherfucking kite. Like, on both of my kids.
And
I
you
am
feel good, right?
high as fuck.
You feel like
it's not like that
good.
overwhelming ass
You would
high
just feel like, what's up?
where I gotta check my pulse. It's like, yo,
Am I dying yet?
No.
Am I
Huh.
dying yet? No.
right? It's not even that. It's like, yo, this is smooth, man. And what I got in my blunt is I got that galactic gas with the what you got? What's that over there? Cerbacio?
So tell him, Bruno, how it's going to work. Because isn't there 3 strains coming from Connected and 3 coming from Alien Labs?
Yeah, that's right. So on the 13th, we're going to have 3 strains from each brand hitting the store at the same time. So we'll get a taste of what we're going to have coming from the full menu later on. But yeah, so from the Alien Lab side, you're going to have Gelato 41, the Shabachio.
That's
and the
what Kyle
Galactic
has.
Gas.
And you have the Galactic Gas that is
right.
killing
Get
you.
those.
It's doing the
Already,
job,
I'm
it's doing
telling
the
you
job.
right now,
It
get the
works.
Cerbacio and the galactic gas. Those already.
What's coming from Connected?
So there we got the Gelinade, right?
Oh, the Gelinade, you
Incredible
guys.
Sativa, completely world-changing sativa.
Such
Okay.
a good strain. I have the worst anxiety. That
Oh, you and
stuff
me
put
both,
me
sis.
in the best mood. Ask Ricky. I was dancing around. She was like, "What is wrong with you?" I
I
was
probably
like, Gelinade.
look. We probably noticed it on Facebook too.
Probably. Corey's in a good mood today.
I can't forget the Gushers.
Gushers.
And, the famous Biscotti.
Oh,
Okay.
the biscotti.
So it's not the Gushers in the Biscotti cross. It's
That's
just
coming soon.
That's coming
That's
soon.
coming down the line, yeah. We're going to have that on some of the next drops, actually.
Salty,
That, Guava
you know
2.0, Sugar Cone. We got a lot of flavors
Sugar
over there.
cone, you
well,
guys.
Look. Bruno. You're gonna have to pause, man. Okay, you're throwing too much at me here at once. All right, listen.
Absorb all this
I'm trying to. My mind's like, bruh, where are you going? Which ones you? I've already made up my mind. I'm getting all of them. I've already told Harvest, set my shit aside, please. They said all right, but I know they were lying to me. But as long as I left with that confidence, I was cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I definitely can't wait to get them. I can't wait to review these, bro. Like, you have no idea how excited I get to like smoke weed. That's the reason why I do. Like, not just to bring honesty to people, but like, I enjoy the entire fucking process of smoking weed, right? So whether it's good or bad, I still enjoy it, you know? Now I'm gonna write about it and I'm gonna be like, this shit kind of sucked. But I enjoyed smoking it at the end of the day because it did what it had to do, you know? I forgot about all the bullshit I was thinking about and was able to just put my attention to this weed, which I think shows when I write, thankfully. See, I'm wheezing still.
But that's what's dope about this company, and like Bruno can maybe even talk about it more, but like even the people who started it, like they preach from jump that like the real understanding behind cannabis, which is it's not always about THC levels. It's about terpene profiles. It's about the whole plant. It's
Just loving the plant in and out, really. I mean, the people who founded the company, they've been in the cannabis industry their whole lives. Just true to the culture, you know? True smokers, true stoners, we're the ones behind it. We're the ones growing it. We're the ones behind the breeding. So I think that makes the huge difference, right? But that versus corporate cannabis, we have a lot of people just, you know, doing stuff for just the money.
For the money.
This is truly just for the flower, for the love of the plant, you know?
It fucking chilled. My eyes feel like they're bleeding. Like, not in a
Okay,
bad
well.
way. Not in a bad way. You know, like, when
Well.
they feel, like, extra, like, fuzzy. Or does that just be me?
I mean,
All right, check it out, man. What we like to do before we actually get into the show, man. We usually talk about our week, but we didn't go through a full week cycle. But maybe some exciting shit might have happened for.
some shit.
Yeah, we did some shit. Okay, boom. What'd you do?
Well-
What shit you do?
On Saturday night, went over to Johnny's 40th birthday party.
Woo, woo.
Shout out to Johnny.
Happy birthday, Johnny Lee.
Happy belated birthday, Johnny
And also,
Lee.
oddly enough, today, happy birthday to the United States Marine Corps. It's 245 years old today.
Oh,
In case
word.
anybody cares.
Semper
That's
Fi.
true. Yeah.
Okay.
Hoorah.
Shout out to all the Marines out there
My brothers.
that did their thing, that is doing their thing. For us to be able to do our thing, we appreciate you. I know a lot of people don't act like it or probably say it enough, so I want you guys to know that we here at the Hippy
The
Chronicles
hippies here.
appreciate you. K-Boog, I appreciate you, brother. If y'all didn't know, my
K-Boog,
guy is a
appreciate you.
vet. Put his time in.
Appreciate you. Anyway, sorry I interrupted you. Went to Johnny Lee's party. It was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Went to the bonfire.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, that was cool. Took a bunch of pictures for her. That turned out pretty good.
So good.
And then Sunday night, I went over to my buddy Andy's. They do the Carter Drive sessions every Sunday night where they do like a live 1 hour performance in the backyard.
That's dope
And their
as fuck.
backyard is fucking dope. I've started posting some of the pictures. You guys might have seen them already. But I went over there because I'm doing their next music video, which is the
Is
first
that what those
music
trippy
video
pictures
that
were?
I've yes,
Yeah.
which was the
Oh.
first music video that I've ever done. So I went and they performed for the session, and then they performed the song like 3 more times after, so I could like walk around and film them and shit. So I haven't gone through all the footage yet because I've been doing other stuff, but I'm getting to it. And yeah, I took some pictures of them as well while they were performing, and I've been wanting to play around with some like basically shutter drag, like extended exposure with motion to kind of do some abstract stuff, not just sharp pictures. And I fucked around with that a little bit and got some cool shit. And then I got some decent normal ones that I still have to go through and edit. So, yeah.
It's a busy weekend.
Dope.
Yeah,
He's
it
out
was,
there
it was,
putting in
it
them
was-
hours.
Just want to
boy.
throw out this weird idea. I don't know if do you guys have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Cool. We should make a video doing pour pot painting on your YouTube channel, like as a group.
That's
because
your
that
shit,
is
dog.
fun. Anyways,
He's down.
Bruno,
I do, yeah.
that shit's fun.
I do anything that looks like art, I'll fuck around with for a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We got a YouTube. That's where all our gas passes go. Bang, bang.
But yeah, man, that was my
I'm
abridged
subscribed to
week.
it.
And I'm
I get the notification.
ready to chill now until Sunday.
Yeah, man. We got, I mean, shit, dude. We're going to be big chilling. No podcast. I'm going to Harvest to fuck around with the mayhem. I can't wait. Should be a pretty exotic weekend.
Well, ask him how his week was.
I will.
We're getting there.
How was your week?
Post.
Let's ask Kori how her.
Don't.
Kori,
It's his turn.
listen. How was your week,
Zag round
Kori?
here.
What's a week? What's the week look like for the new and improved Kori
Sweating,
since the
getting
last
fired
time?
over losing her nug jewel.
Dude.
We're not supposed to talk about that. We're not supposed to
Thank
talk
God,
about
Stephanie, I found it.
that. Stephanie out here about to cost
Stephanie
people
was
their
laughing
jobs.
so hard. No, we seriously worked a 6-day work week getting ready for the launch. So I worked before Johnny Lee's party.
You got to be hella
Jenny.
proud. You got to be proud
I'm
that you're getting ready,
excited,
that
like-
you're about to be part of low-key history. Like, I can see this shit selling out, like, easy.
I think that this is going to be a super popular brand, and not just because of the product, but because of the culture behind it. Because, like we were kind of talking about out there, like, they don't skimp on, like, certain parts. You know what I mean? Like, take your time trimming, take your time packaging, make it be what it's supposed to be.
No corners
Make
cut
marketing
and
be what it's
shit.
supposed to be. Like,
Word.
get things up to par to where people feel like appreciated from start to finish. The plant feels loved and appreciated, and they show it to us when they let us in the rooms and like let us touch the plants. And like Xander even made us feel like super good the other day because he called one of the rooms, he like called it the production room. He said it was our room because we had like defoliated it, and like obviously it's not our room, like we haven't fed it, we haven't watered it, but he just like wanted us to feel included. And he's
Yeah.
like, you guys have been
Yeah, you put a
taking
lot of
care
time
of
into
that.
that room, for
He's
sure.
like, you've done a lot of work in there. And we were like, I was like, why did I just get a little tingle like that? Made me feel
That's
so
love.
happy inside. Because
Isn't it nice when you like what you're doing for work?
honestly, like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
get to work. I've never had a job like this where I on purpose get to work like half an hour early just because I
Wanna chill for a
want to
minute.
be there.
Yeah.
I love it there. I was
It's not a hassle to be there.
like, seriously, like, shout out Zach. I got this job because of Zach.
Shout out to Zach, man.
Dude,
Making
like-
fucking people's
OG Dope Squad. Like, Zach is the shit. If you ever need gear, get it from Diamond Q promo. But he just, like, knew I was looking for something bigger because you knew how I felt about where I was before.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
he was like, my guy's looking. But here's the thing, and I'm sorry I keep rambling. Tell me to
You're
shut
good,
up when
you're
you
good.
want. But I love this company because when they brought us in, which they had already been there for a while, but when they brought us in, they were like, look, legit life is all about relationships. And then they started explaining to us how these people are all connected, right? Like the guy who started Alien Labs and the guy who started Connected. The guy who started Alien Labs sold his first pound he ever sold to the guy who started Connected, like on the low years before. And they stayed in touch and stayed friends. And then when shit needed to pop off, like they already knew who to go to. And then get this, Zach, who is Diamond Cube Dope Squad Zach, him and the GM have known each other since they were like 7 years old.
That's fucking tight.
And life literally is all about your relationships. And of course, we're not always all gonna like each other. Not every relationship's meant to last forever. But the ones that are good, like, you bring those people in because you make magic when you do.
sure.
Like, you make magic because everybody's happy when they're there. Nobody's
I can't not cough. I'm like trying.
He's like
My
throwing up
fucking
in his shirt.
eyes are gonna pop out of my head if I keep trying to hold this in. Jesus, bro. Like, shit.
Yeah,
There's
pretty much
only
is
like
that.
that I can recall that I've smoked the past month. There's only like 2 strains that have made me cough every single fucking cough, and one was grown by a caregiver, and is the dude. He's the dude. He's teaching me how to grow too. Like, he's grown some of the best weed I've ever smoked in my life, bro, from his fucking house.
Dude.
And I'm like, bro,
I only rifled
That's-
through
yeah, that's
one
where
of
usually the
these,
best weed
and
comes
I'm
from,
sitting
really.
here still fucking high.
yeah. Yo, you did something here, bro. For real, for real.
So we bring that like small boutique, style of growing weed to a larger scale. It's not easy, but you can bring quality up at a scale that reaches the mark that we're trying to reach.
So
it's possible.
Okay. So can you expect these strains to be on the shelves consistently? Are these going to
Yeah.
be like your consistent strains? Like, it's not just a limited drop.
No.
That's
We're
what's
gonna have,
up.
Yeah, we have 13 that'll be in rotation.
That's what's up.
We're gonna have a breeding program at some point. We're gonna have new stuff coming that's gonna be exclusive to Arizona.
That is what's
That's-
up, bro.
That's what's coming. That's all in the plans, man.
Dog.
I think Kori might have mentioned it earlier when we were talking. There's more coming to this. We're only at phase 1 right now. Phase 2, that's looking to be finished, sometime next year, and that's gonna double production. So, yeah,
Crazy.
we're hoping we
Jordan
sell out.
loves
We're
his
just gonna.
phases.
I love, see, that's, I looked
Jordan
at you,
loves his
right when he
phases,
said
bro.
phase 1, I looked at you like, see, them phases, bro. That's, I like that.
And when you hear the owners talk about like the process of picking strains that are even like possibly eligible to like get into the realm of what they're growing, like the process is crazy.
That's man. I mean, we're gonna talk about these strains because I do have some questions since I'm gonna be growing. I'm gonna be kind of pheno hunting once I get decent.
Sure, yeah.
But before that, we do that. Let's talk a little bit about what your weeks look like, my guy. Like, what's a week look like for you?
Yeah, sure. So, man, I'm the GM of cultivation, but I don't get to touch the plants as much as I probably would like to.
I feel that.
Honestly, I'm at a phase where I'm more growing the other growers than I am actually growing the plants. But just kind of making sure that the ship's going in the right direction, right? Making sure that we're, coming up with the best procedures we can to produce the best weed possible. And just making sure that we're, keeping the plants as happy as possible, basically I set up the plans. I got my assistant manager that she's already mentioned a couple times, Xander.
That guy's so cool.
Yeah, he's
That
awesome.
guy's
He
the
coordinates-
coolest.
He basically
He's
coordinates
so
the
cool,
team,
dude.
and it's a fucking awesome team of guys we got right now. I mean, 6 of us total.
Okay.
Doing all the work.
6 people in the whole building.
Yep. Yeah,
And
well,
they
no, 6
run
people in
shit. Yo, they
cultivation,
run shit.
That's
like,
mind-blowing,
it's
bro.
fucking
We
wild.
got 8 rooms.
And you okay? Just so you guys can do the math here, 6 people and they're dropping at 9 harvest locations. Like, what the fuck, right? Like, think about the amount of product they have to put out in order to feed 9 dispensaries.
And a 13-person production crew?
Yeah, I mean, it's I think it's 15 right now.
15.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 6 people right now
Yo.
in cultivation. Anyone who's grown weed knows how much work that is. It's, I mean,
Listen, you guys
busy.
definitely deserve like a straight round of applause for that. Like,
That's
you
the team,
too,
man.
motherfucker. You
Dude,
part of that
he-
team
You
too.
even take the time to be able to come over here and talk to us. It's
That dude, you don't even
Yeah,
know.
bro,
You
we
should. I
appreciate
wish
You
that.
should be
Honestly,
chilling,
y'all.
relaxing right now.
I wish I had a camera
I'm sure
today.
My family probably agrees. But honestly, I love doing this even in my free time outside of work. Kori knows a little bit. Like, this is what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah,
have my
I feel you.
Instagram page that I just talk about cultivation and getting
In
people-
Portuguese.
Yeah, in Portuguese. So I'm getting people in Brazil to like learn how to grow weed.
That's tight,
There,
bro.
it's like not a very easy thing to do. It's not a cheap thing to do. So there's a
For
big,
sure.
big barrier to entry. So just being able to provide like information in a way that they can understand it and really like apply it to what they have available to be able to grow. Yeah, I mean,
Don't know what he says, but it sounds awesome. Get a translator, but it's dope that he's
Growing
doing it for the
that
people
gas
that
out there in
need the info.
Brazil,
Like
baby.
we speak English, there's plenty of that info out there. Not so much probably
I
in
dedicated
Portuguese.
myself to this plant since I was like 16, 17 years old. My life has been about this plant.
Bro, it shows, like, for real.
And you were
Jeez
saying before
Louise.
you're from Brazil originally, right?
Yeah. So I was born in Brazil, but ultimately settled here. Went to high school here. Graduated from college here. I have a background in plant sciences and horticulture, and all of it was literally just going towards this final point. I mean, that was back before legalization, but just assuming that someday we'd be at this point to where I'd be able to grow legally, at the biggest scale possible, at the highest quality possible, sit on podcasts, and just openly
And talk about
it in the
About it,
legal
like,
market where
yep.
we can smoke weed, and talk
tight.
about freaking.
So, did you start in California and then move to Arizona, or have you been in Arizona?
Well, no. So this is my first time in Arizona. I actually started growing in Florida in college.
Oh, where in
Back in
Florida?
2011, Gainesville. That of
Okay.
all places. So I actually lived
I've been
mostly
there
in
before.
Jacksonville.
Nation.
Yeah, but right, yeah, Gators.
People in Florida are insane.
Fucking
What are you
crazy. I grew up
talking
around that for a
about?
long
Those
time,
people
yeah.
are
Dude, I lived in.
It rubbed off a little bit.
I lived
These
in
people
the
are
Tampa
freaking
area for, like, 3
crazy.
years, and yeah, Florida people are nuts.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen,
And we ran through. I had a friend that lived in Gainesville, and we went through there like 2 times when we were in college. And I was a fucking drinking animal when I was in college, and we made a mess out of that campus.
Yeah, it's a wild scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy over there. But then I eventually I graduated. I ended up working in landscaping of all things. It was the only thing in horticulture, like plant
That was
science,
even
kind of fucking
close.
related
Yeah.
in Jacksonville. And I was miserable day in and day out of work. I mean, I was making decent money for being fresh out of college and all. I had just gotten married, so I was hating life, but just getting by. And all of a sudden, my little brother of all things, got an offer to come out to L.A. and make surfboards. That's what he's been doing his whole life, make
that's
surfboards
tight.
for a living.
That's fucking.
And
It's dope.
I just happened to have like a workplace accident and almost lost my finger
Oh,
to this tractor attachment falling on my hand. Got drug tested at the hospital, right? Because of the whole workers' comp thing.
Right.
Got fired from that job. Actually had an ultimatum. The boss was just like, well, I can either drug test you every month and you can stay clean. I have faith you'll be good. I was like, nah, I'm just going to smoke
Nah,
weed.
man.
Yeah,
Like,
You're right. I
this
am
is
good.
what I'm
I
gonna
don't
do.
need this job.
He Ricky Williams did. He was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm out."
Nah, you can't even compare that to what Ricky Williams did. but
Agreed.
yeah, no.
Yeah, that
He
man
dropped his job for real.
And they picked up all
Dropped
my
his
shit. Like,
wife.
literally had everything. It had no connections in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing for me really, but packed all my shit. Went out there looking for it, and man, it was hard to break into the industry at first, honestly. Like I would say actually my background actually hurt me more than it helped me in the beginning. Like people were really adverse to having anyone that had any kind of like plant science background come in and work at their place.
That makes
Really?
no sense.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Right off the beginning, like
That makes no sense to
Yeah.
me. Wouldn't you want
For
that?
whatever.
Do
would
you
think,
even know
but it
what
just-
the what,
Not if
what
they
the
didn't know
reason
it. They're
for the-
intimidated.
I don't want to say
Yes.
it like that. I don't want to
Right. Okay.
I don't want to be arrogant about it or anything like that. Like come off arrogant, but yeah, I think it was just a level of a little bit of almost intimidation to a degree, but like not that I didn't have a lot to learn from all the legacy growers that I worked with. You know? I mean, I fucking learned a ton about this plant with them, but
I mean, there's
Yeah,
shit
there's
you
def-
can't
there's
learn out of
definitely
a
some-
book for real.
That
yeah, for
only
sure.
makes sense, right? Like that's the only logical explanation. Because in my opinion, if I had a grow and I didn't know anything about plants besides the shit I've learned at this grow, why wouldn't I hire somebody who knows in and out about plants, like their entire life cycle, how they live, how they grow, like plant 101, bro. Like you know that shit.
yeah. So that's eventually how I found myself valuable. So as rec came along after 2016, Prop 64 in California rolled along, things started to scale up, and they started to look for that because they were having a hard time finding people that would really figure out a way to scale up. So then having that kind of a hybrid background really, really worked out. Because
Man.
I really knew the plant really well,
Yeah.
but also had a good enough background to where I could just kind of work with whatever was thrown at me as far as
Just make it
whatever
better.
nutrient program, whatever, the IPM program needed to be, and just make it work,
Yeah.
with what I knew.
You were showing off, bro, weren't you?
Dude, I started on the bottom, man. I started like making $14 an hour just pulling leaves and watering plants.
Oh,
Like, that
they
was the
didn't
way I
even
had to
let
come in.
you
No.
fucking touch it.
No,
Oh,
it
okay.
took a long time for me to. I mean, I guess not.
So
that
y'all
long in the
hear
scheme
that,
of
right?
things, but
Anybody
nowadays-
listening out there trying to jump into the industry, even if you think you can grow some gas, you still got to work for it. You can't just come in and be like, I can grow
Yeah.
some gas, throw me in the field. It's like, no, you got to show me what you can do. So I'm glad we got someone like you, and I say that very highly, bro, because I'm high as fuck. Like, for
That's what I do
real.
this for, man. That's
You know what I'm
what I
saying?
do this
In
for.
my
I'm
bowl,
super
which
pleased,
is
for
the way
sure.
I prefer to smoke it anyway.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I was high this past weekend like this, but we were smoking concentrates to give you an idea of how high I am.
Sure.
Like we were dabbing, and I was fucked up, and we haven't touched a single bit of concentrate in here, and I am fucking lit. That's love. Hell yeah, bro. We gonna hear some more, my man. Like, this is getting interesting by the minute. Cause my brain's going all over the place with this weed kicking in. I'm gonna get in.
Fucking weird.
Let me.
But legit, what you're feeling is the love that those dudes put
I can-
into those plants.
like, dog.
And I'm not even trying to be like lame about it. Like they care so much, and they know like when they let other people in there around them, like how much we care like about the whole process. So it's like.
That's how you motivate.
It's
someone
not
else.
lame.
It's
A
love.
real weed smoker knows what you're talking about. Somebody who doesn't smoke weed, like who just. Okay, let me rephrase that. Cannabis connoisseurs know what you're saying. People that smoke weed think you're absolutely
need a
fucking
tie.
crazy. But
For real.
I definitely agree with you. Like you can taste the love. Like all these strains have a unique, different taste, right? It's crazy. Like my mouth is fucking watering right now. Like
Mine's dry.
I'm
That makes
telling
no
myself-
I
sense.
can't
What
wait,
do you
I can't
mean
wait to
yours is
study
watering?
the pamphlet to learn about the terpenes.
And that's
Like,
the
that's
best
the shit
part
that I
is
really
they
appreciate.
care.
That's the first thing I noticed when I looked at this was every single one of these not only tells you like
The
what it is,
terps.
but it goes through the breakdown on the terps. And
That's important.
the more that
Extremely.
the more that I sit in this chair, the more that's obvious, and the more that it's like obvious to me how I used to pick my pot before I knew that that's what it was.
Right.
But you know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah, for sure.
now you're
Especially-
gonna be picking pot a little differently.
Picking pot.
See,
Pot
picking
picking.
pot. You
now I
pot
know
picking.
why I'm gonna be picking what I'm picking.
You pot picking hippie.
Yeah, and I think like just me being a kind of a unique experience, I've grown and done a lot of pheno hunting to the point to where we're actually getting everything lab tested. So you see the full profile as far as terpenes, cannabinoids, and man, I smoke a lot of weed. I smoke a lot of concentrates, and sometimes some of my favorites are in the 17% THC
Right?
range.
It doesn't have to be that high.
It doesn't really have to be.
Because them terps
Because
are.
it's about what your body really needs, and if the terps are on point, and they are, you should. I think one of the things I posted, I said, I wish you guys could smell this, because it's crazy.
I could only imagine, because, like, I've been in the grow sciences grow, and, like, that shit smells phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I could imagine what your guys' smells like with, like, the exotic
That
ass strand.
gelinade.
Because I've been to Trikes Grow, too, and it smells fucking crazy in there. But, yeah, man, that's another
Yeah, we need to
conversation.
work. Yeah, we need to work out
I
a
s-
tour for you guys to come
That's
see it.
another, yeah, bro. Don't get me in there. If you do, like, y'all got to put my hands behind. I have this real bad problem with touching shit and probably opening shit I shouldn't.
Okay, well, no, then never mind.
I
Now
did-
we're
dog,
never mind. You just
I did
ruined
not
your whole
listen-
trip.
Nah,
Never mind.
No,
Put a window on
listen,
the door.
listen. That's why I said handcuff my hands behind my back and let me just walk through.
We're
that
not
shit.
walking someone
We're
who looks
walking
like
the
a
prisoner.
convicted criminal
Just do it.
through the.
Just mind your business, yeah?
Bro.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just here for show and tell, okay? That's all I'm here for.
Scared straight.
No, one time I fucked up. I was at the dispensary in Cali looking at the
One
fucking.
time I fucked up.
At the weed, because they gave us the access, so I'm behind the counter looking at weed and shit, and accidentally opened a jar that wasn't the display jar, so I had to buy that
It's
shit.
not your fault. They didn't
I had to
explain
buy
it.
No, they did explain it to
Oh,
me.
well then that's.
I knew
don't
better.
listen.
I just
Imagine
forgot.
back in the day,
Wow.
you open the Ziploc, dude. You gotta buy it now.
Oh shit! I was like, well, all right. I guess I'm smoking cinnamon cookies. It's not a bad strain. It wasn't on my
Did you
list,
get the
but
gas pass?
we'll talk about that.
So wait, when did you move here then? Did you just move here with
Just
Alien
moved
and
here in
Connected?
July? Yeah.
July.
Oh, the
It's
worst
July.
part.
So you just moved
I love
here.
it. I love the heat.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, being from Brazil.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Bred for it.
But
I'm
there ain't no
actually
water,
pretty
though.
Pissed at the winter right now. I didn't expect this at all.
Yeah, this shit snuck up on everybody.
Yeah.
It was cold this morning.
Okay.
Too.
See, look, I'm starting to get used to it because I'm up every morning, but I also put a trench coat on. I think.
Okay, I need to go through my storage unit because my life's been in storage for like 2 years.
Yeah. I got a couple of trench coats I throw on, winter
He's such a
coats. Yeah. So let me tell you a quick story, real quick, on my week, and then we'll push it on. So I almost got arrested, which just kidding. I thought I was gonna get arrested. I won't lie, cause I haven't fucked around with the law in a while, and I was trying to be a good ass civilian today and called to get my license unsuspended, right? So, lady's like, yeah, you got a warrant. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, how is that even possible? Like, I haven't done anything to get in trouble in like 3 years. And the last time I went to court, I showed y'all my rehab papers and we closed the case, right? So, basically, I had my hippie life shit on. I took it off and put some real bummy ass shit on because I thought I was going to jail. Like, straight up. I was like, bro.
Were you on the phone?
Yeah. I called them on the phone. They said the only way I can get my shit taken care of was I had to
You
go
thought they
see
were
the
just sending
judge.
cops to your house immediately?
No.
They were like, Jordan, we
No.
found him.
Found
Get
him.
the cops. Get the
Dumbass called
cops.
us.
Listen,
Get him.
listen. She told me the only way to get my warrant taken care of was I had to go to court.
Okay.
So I was
You
like,
put bummy clothes
So let me change it to my bummy
bro,
clothes.
yes. Because listen, have y'all been to 4th Avenue?
No.
It's cold
Jail?
as yes.
No.
It's cold as fuck, right? So I'm like, bro, if I'm going down, I'm not about to wear nothing that's gonna be cold.
So
'Cause
in your head, you really thought that this lady was like, we found him.
No.
Send a car.
When she said come to the court to get your warrant taken care of, I thought when I went to the court, I was
so
getting
you were
hemmed
planning
up. They was gonna get me. I thought as soon as I checked in, they were gonna be like, all
So
right,
you-
have a seat right there. So I got prepared to go to jail today.
So you wore the bummy clothes
Yes.
to the courthouse.
Bro.
Copy
and-
that.
and then-
I misunderstood the
Listen,
story.
I
My bad. I
pulled
thought you were
up-
waiting
Okay.
for arrest in the
So
kitchen.
the
Like,
courthouse.
No, so then I
Okay.
pull up to the courthouse and see everyone is wearing like decent clothing, and I'm like, damn, I kind of fucked up because now I look stupid. Like, I have a warrant out for my arrest, and now I show up in like joggers and a fucking hoodie and Velcro Vans because you know you can't take your laces. They make you take your laces out. So I was like, bro, I'm not finna be in there with like no laces in my shoes. So I'm putting the Velcro shoes on, right? So, so I go to the fucking courthouse, man. And she's like, yeah, go down to the double doors to go sit in the courtroom. I'm like, oh Lord, this is definitely where they lock people up at. Like, next thing I know, she's gonna call the fucking cop into the courtroom. So, like, I'm already turning my phone off. Like, damn, bruh. So, she called me up. We talked. And she's like, where have you been for a year? I was like, a year?
The judge.
Yes. She's like, where have you been for a year? I swear to God, the look on my face, like, I can tell she was trying to hold her fucking laugh in under her mask. Because I probably look dumb as fuck. We all got masks on it in court, by the way. So I'm like, this is weird. But she can't see that I'm scared, so it's cool, right? Because I'm shitting bricks. Like, bro, I'm going to jail. I don't
my
know.
bummy.
What did you have a warrant out for?
That's where I'm getting at.
You never asked this before?
Not on the phone. I was like, bro, I was
That
more.
would have been my first question. I'd be like, what the fuck
I know
do
they
I get a
didn't
warrant
tell
for?
you on the phone.
I'm
didn't
thinking
ask.
she couldn't tell me. I'm thinking like this is the old bait and switch. Like, come on down and we'll tell you. So I'm like, all
Chappelle
right.
skit. Why is there crack later?
No, I'm dog. I like.
Okay.
Okay, anyways, okay,
I'm-
sorry.
You know that feeling you used to get in your stomach when you knew you was getting a spanking at home? If you ever got one of those, it was like that. So I get up to the front, like stuttering and shit. Like, I didn't even know you were looking for me for a year. Like, I haven't been doing nothing, Your Honor. She's like, you had some counseling to finish. I was like, I went to rehab. I thought I was done with counseling. That's what we said the last time. She forgot to write the notes in the other case because I had two cases. Yes, I was bad. And the good news is, thanks to my bummy clothes, she let me off the hook and I didn't have the warrant anymore.
Thanks to your
To
bummy
your
clothes?
bummy
Yeah,
clothes.
man.
Yeah.
You want to know why that worked? Because she felt sorry for me. I gave her a sob story
There
how
was a
Corona, the pandemic, took over my life and I couldn't bake. And this is all I got.
She's all, sir, I'm on your Facebook right now.
Sir, you're
You're
high as
dancing in your
fuck.
kitchen.
Yeah. Sir, I see you're high as a kite, right? I smell you. You're smoking that
Hey,
alien
next
laugh.
time somebody tells you you got a warrant, ask them
Ask
why before
why.
you go anywhere.
That's guilty by association.
What?
Now listen.
Well,
No,
just
that's like,
shows
no, I
up.
don't have a warrant.
Yeah, because
Why?
listen.
Okay, I'll be there in 5.
I was there in about 20. I ain't gonna lie. The
Let-
court's down the street. I pulled up. Because here's the thing. I know I'm not in trouble because I haven't done shit. But for like a real split second, I thought I was going to jail. So I got prepared for it just in case. Like, I over prepared for things. You know, I think the worst. Like, I knew it was some bullshit.
He thought he was going to jail. He didn't even ask what the warrant was for before.
He just
Jail.
assumed it was
I didn't
real.
even-
It's like, oh, yeah.
I didn't even ask how much it was for. I was just like, really? I'm on the way. Here I come. Here, take me.
Wild.
So it was all a.
They could have locked you up on accident.
A clerical error.
Yeah, they just forgot
No, it
to.
was the bummy clothes.
Yeah, that too.
But
It was my charm.
But it was really all just a clerical error.
Yeah,
That
in
if
all
you had
reality.
gone- that if you had gone in there in the suit, they would have been like, "Well, you didn't finish this," and you'd be like, "Yeah, I did."
Same difference.
Check this case
It didn't matter
out.
what I was
But
wearing.
I'm also in a suit.
Yeah.
And I'm
So-
also in a suit, and I still don't have to pay a
Yeah.
fine or nothing.
So I'm also in this suit. Can we talk about unsuspending my license for the free?
That might have been the move.
I did try that, and she said, "Get it. You go talk to them out there about a
What
payment
did they
plan."
say about getting your license unsuspended?
Bro, I gotta pay about $1,000. That's down the line.
You got this.
We still gonna be riding dirty.
You got this.
Bro, like, I'm not your mom.
I'm about to pay it.
I'm not your mom.
I'm about to pay
Hear
it.
me up. Hear me out.
If you're not my mom, I'm about to pay it. I don't want to hear this. I already had this talk with Kristen today. We're good. It's getting handled this Friday.
You got this.
Oh, all
You
right.
got
Yeah.
If you're about to pay, about
Yeah.
to pay it.
You
The
got
lady
Saying-
gave me
I'm
two
just saying,
options in the
I'm just
courtroom.
saying, chill on your weed for like a month, and you might be okay.
I can't say this on air, but I mean,
I don't mean chill on it
would've
all.
had to pay.
Gosh,
Let's just say the weed god's been a little good to me lately. So I've been able to save some money. And, I got that new little side gig. So
That's
I've
what's
got
up.
some extra cash coming in.
That's what's up.
The lady gave me two options, and I wanted to talk to Kristen about my two options before making a decision. And I think I'm going to just pay it in full so I don't pay no interest. So, y'all, just to give y'all a little word of advice, don't drive drunk with no headlight. Or
Don't
just at all.
drive drunk.
At all.
You don't need to put the no
Don't drive
headlight
drunk.
disclaimer.
No headlight.
Just
Oh,
stop at.
You're right.
Just don't drive.
Don't drink
drunk.
and drive.
There you go.
There you go. Brought to you by
Both
Young
headlights
Hippie.
are working, however.
No matter what's
On a
wrong
On a
with.
side note, make sure your headlights are working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
Don't drive with no headlight.
don't buy a
period.
Volkswagen because
Listen,
changing
my
the
headlight was
headlights
working
sucks.
before I left, all right? But I knew
One
it.
of them was working before you left.
Both
and
of
then
them, but
another
one cut it out. I had a light that
Oh,
would
so
cut
they
out
They cut it out and they put
right at the wrong
on.
fucking time, bro. One of them cut out at the wrong time.
Imagine that.
I literally got
I've-
pulled
I've
over
lived
for
in-
one
I've lived in
headlight.
some places where they definitely would never even consider pulling you over. You
Oh.
had one headlight. All right, you're good. You had one.
Yeah. Well, this was Buckeye. We ain't gonna talk about
Oh,
Buckeye.
I'm down to
No, you don't want to.
Buckeye.
All right.
Oh no, I don't.
So on to
No,
a better
Thank
note.
you.
I do want to give a quick
I'm
shout
glad you
out
didn't get
to.
arrested, bro.
Me too.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I got an important
Snaps
show
for Jordan
today.
not going to jail.
I think I might have asked what I had the warrant for before I got dressed at all.
That's all right, man. Like I said, I knew I wasn't in
Mistakes were
trouble.
made. There's a lot to unpack there. I think you should just.
And if I was
journal
going to
it.
jail, I told myself, like, bro, it's for whatever. Like, I obviously didn't pay for what I did in the past, so I just need to go to
Your
jail.
acceptance of jail time is too easy.
I knew. Listen,
Fight for yourself.
I knew it was. I knew it wasn't coming down to
He's
that,
like, I'm
but
done.
I also
You
didn't.
did. You put on bummy
I-
clothes and Velcro shoes. You knew exactly what the
I'm
fuck
trying
it
to
was
tell
coming
myself-
down.
You go to jail.
Bro,
I'm trying to-
you can bullshit a lot of people, but
You
you
are-
can't bullshit a bullshitter.
I'm here, Your Honor.
You were like, look, no, I don't even need to ask you what this is for because I'm guessing there is something out there probably that I've done.
Shout out to our sponsors.
Okay, shout out to our sponsors.
Nah, yeah, no, for real though. Quick
Thank
shout
God
out to.
Jordan didn't go to jail.
Seriously, I'm thinking about it now.
Bruno's like, can I
It
get
was
off
still.
this
I should have
podcast?
called.
It's all good, man.
I should have asked.
Criminals.
Hey, at the end of the day, whatever you did worked out.
Yeah, no.
So
I took my.
Can't
It was
be
my.
mad at that.
Really, it was my rehab papers. They saved my life. Facts.
Do you know what I feel like?
Did you have
Everyone
those
should
with
go to
you?
rehab. I went to rehab. It was honestly the best 90 days ever. I feel like everyone should go.
Really?
It's like on 90 days to work on yourself. Just
It's
like,
pretty life changing, but then at the same time, it's
it has
like,
to be the right place for you.
yeah, because there be some
Yeah.
cats in there that just make you yo, man, you can't be cozy because you always gotta worry about your shit.
See,
Yeah.
Your rehab shouldn't be like that. Mine wasn't like
Yeah.
that.
Mine wasn't bad, but we have some thieves. It sucked.
We slept in separate houses and stuff.
I've
The boys
definitely
and
been
my
in a
girl.
position
Oh,
where
word?
somebody might want
Us
to
too.
send me to rehab, but I've also kind of taken myself out of those positions.
You should just go,
And I don't
man.
know if just going to rehab sounds like it would be a good idea.
I feel like
you get those effects from just eating mushrooms instead.
Yeah, I was saying yes.
Kind of get that
Yes.
Micro-dosing?
Yes.
Yeah, mac, whatever.
Yeah.
Micro.
Micro, macro.
It's all the same.
Haven't every
You
single
know.
time you've had some sort of life-changing experience, right? I have.
Depends on the dose, right?
Like,
I mean,
When you come out of it, it's not like you saw something crazy, but you realize something or
Oh yeah, universe. for
every
sure
single
communicated
time.
something
Yeah.
important. Oh yeah, for sure.
That's why I love it so much.
I'm-
I've never had a
I
negative
remember
experience.
the first time I ate mushrooms in high school. I
God damn.
thought when I woke up the next morning, I thought I had figured out the secret of life
Yeah.
the night before and couldn't fucking figure out what it was.
That's-
That was the weirdest feeling the whole next day. Man, I figured it out last night, but I don't know what I figured out.
That's
No, I've definitely taken home some shit. That's for damn sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
y'all crazy.
Yeah.
I only microdose.
Oh.
No.
I'm a
No,
baby.
but see,
You
your
have
brain
to-
will
you-
tell you. My brain tells me when it's time to go deep. My
Oh,
brain
word.
tells me. It's rare. It's rare, but my
See,
brain-
listen, the funny thing that you
But you
it
feel when you're
says
slipping
that.
down into these like weird thoughts and like kind of like not being like
No, it's just like it'll
It's
be
like a
spans
vibe.
of years, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I've never went deep, but like after microdosing a couple of times, something told me like, bro, it's time to go to the next level. But like not yet, right? But it's time. Like I think you're ready.
I've never ate less than a gram.
just
That's
be with
because you're
people you
nuts.
trust.
Yeah, no. I've
Oh, no,
done
for
micro,
sure.
Micro is really cool over time. I feel
Yeah.
like after
You
I'm
have to
like
do it
8,
consistently.
10 days in, then I start to feel like a boost in creativity. You don't feel any like different as far as like just
Like,
psychoactive or
right.
anything like that, but you feel like your consciousness is opening up a
Yeah.
little bit more.
I felt
Just
good.
It's like a little
bit more.
happier.
I was like
Yeah.
floating. I was walking on clouds.
Not as bothered by things.
I was walking
Right.
on sunshine.
Shut
I was in Vegas
But
too.
going deep,
Oh,
man,
God.
that's doing work.
When I lived in Vegas, eating shrooms on the strip was the worst idea.
That's why I microdosed, because I was like, I'm not about to
That's
be.
not, yeah, that's not the.
I'm not about to
that's
be
not
on
the-
this strip.
Or
Fuck
to-
it.
I don't
or-
know. When I there was a time where I could eat mushrooms and go pretty much anywhere.
Okay, yeah.
And
Oh,
I
for
think
sure.
then, like not now, I definitely if I tried to do that now, I would have a complete panic attack, I think. But there was definitely a time where I
wanna
think
see
I
that.
could full on go.
That's how I
caramel
was
in
with
Las
another
Vegas,
drug.
like full
and
on.
that's why I went to
Yeah.
rehab.
And
I feel
eat
that.
mushrooms there for a whole weekend. And I mean, I've gone to a couple music festivals where I got there and bought a 10-pack of X and a 10-pack of fucking LSD hits and just
Kids, do not try this at home. If you're under
First
the age
of
of
all,
18, please get
nobody under y'all. There shouldn't be any kids.
right now.
If anybody has their kids listening to this, holy shit!
Yeah.
Like shame on you, first of all. And
Yeah,
kids,
and I
if
was
you
at
are,
least,
if
like,
you
18 by
are,
the time I
I've
started
never
doing
done the
that.
festival thing. I think that was like after.
I
Those
did.
really went around when I was.
can't trust
in
the
high
festival.
school and shit like
I
that.
heard too many
I
weird
did
stories.
when I was like in the
Too many
like, at the
people
end
for
of
me.
college.
Weird.
Gotcha. Okay.
many
And
people.
I went to one in like Kansas. It was called Wakarusa, and it was like a 3-day thing.
Now
I
see,
went
like
to
that
one-
shit too. Can be fucking partying for 3 days.
And I went to
Look
one
at his face.
in Missouri that was like in the middle of nowhere. It was called Schwagstock.
Swag
was-
stack.
It
Nice.
was this Grateful Dead cover band called the Schwag, and they played 2 Dead sets a night for 3 nights. But then they had other bands playing other stages in between,
Right.
and like the late show went until like 3:30 in the morning, and then they had like an after hour show that went after that. But anyway, that was like, it was not like one of those big scale like Bonnaroo type festivals. This was like a music festival that was like for real hippies and like for real Shakedown Street.
Like naked
and,
people.
Like, dude, we were like
Like naked.
I would,
Like that's
there
my
was,
first.
this-
Like naked
I don't know
people.
if-
He
I
said
mean, I'm sure
dude.
there were naked people running around there all weekend. Yes.
That's
But
tight.
it was like on this like old Boy Scout campground that had like this
That's creepy.
this stream
Yeah.
like running through the middle of it, and like there were hippies in there catching crawfish for their dinner that night.
That's lit.
The crawfish were like this big.
Yeah.
I was like, man, you got a lot of work to do, and I got a
Yeah.
head full of acid.
I know, right?
he
If he's on
did
acid,
too.
dipping
Nah,
their
dude,
hands
they're
in
gonna
the
come to me, man.
It was interesting time for sure. And I feel like
Sounds like it.
I walked away from that with a very like
Sweet.
it was a very enlightening weekend altogether, because yeah, I did a lot of drugs, I guess, but I expended my mind in ways and met people and talked to people and like just completely let go of society for 3 days straight. And it was such a gratifying feeling to be able to completely let go of all society.
Yeah.
And like I was just graduating college, so like, you know what I mean? I was like, fucking real world, fuck this shit. Let
What's
me
that?
fucking freak out and do acid for 3 days. That sounds like a way better
Left
idea.
in there.
And it
For
worked.
sure, yeah. Well,
It
definitely cleansing
definitely
in a way.
calmed
yeah.
my mind, and like
Yeah,
I think it changed my mindset too, kind
for
Y'all
sure.
are crazy.
of.
Y'all are for real crazy, man.
man, it's
Just
good
sticking
for
to
you,
my
but-
weed. It's good for you.
Your brain will tell you if you're ready for it. That's the thing. I tell people like,
You have to.
Don't
you
do it if
you
you're
have to
not deeply
be,
curious about it. You shouldn't be messing with it.
Yeah, you have to be prepared to accept it. If you're gonna be
Same with
if you have
DMT.
Sounds like
anxiety
losing your
about it,
virginity.
or you're like skeptical or
For some of
nervous, it's gonna be not a good experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that definitely
Yes.
sounds like losing your
Yes.
virginity. Sorry.
I think it's very important to be in a safe place your first
Yep.
time.
Sounds, man, what are
Very
we
safe
talking
place.
about here?
Losing your virginity.
Oh, okay. So can we now get back into weed?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
somebody-
talk about weed.
Let's
Go
get back
off
to
on a
can we
different
get back into something that
Sure, we can
I
talk
know
about weed.
I know, you know.
weed.
Nah, no, you know what? The dope thing about this show is that a lot of
That
people
was the
can
first time I
relate to
got
you guys.
That was the first time I got uncured weed because you get all the drugs you wanted to at that festival except for weed. And this weed that we finally found, like, it had maybe dried out for like 4 days.
That's ass, bro.
No, like, it was like.
How'd you smoke that?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
Eventually.
Yeah, no,
like,
I
we
was-
tried to.
I didn't.
Like, we tried
eventually.
I tried to though.
And we tried to. Yeah, we tried. I was on acid too, so of course we tried to.
Oh,
Yeah.
But we got to the
Trying to
point
figure
where,
it
no, we can't smoke this, and it's not even worth the effort. Let's fucking move on with life.
did you
Oh,
eat
yeah.
it?
Let's go. No, let's get more fucking acid.
Oh, I would at least ate that shit.
No, once I remember back in Florida, like traditional market days, I had someone try to sell me just a bag of what looked like, would have been a dry ounce of weed, completely wet, fresh right off the plant, nowhere near finished, maybe like week 3 or 4, something like that, just completely unfinished. And, me and my buddies looked at the guy and we're just like, that's not going to fly. Well, we're not going to buy that. He's like, well, you want to buy the plant? We were just like shocked and kind of curious, looking at each other. I was like, well, let me look at it at least. See what you're talking about. And the dude literally brought out from his house, like put a trash bag around it, brought it out to the parking lot to the car, pulled it off. He's like, yeah, I got this plant.
Did you buy the plant?
No, we didn't buy the plant.
That was not
We
how I
shot-
started
we
with
didn't-
growing.
We did not believe the dude was actually just trying to sell us a full plant. And like, no, this dude's
Let's
lying.
shoot it.
That's
Wild.
crazy.
We're not buying the wet weed or the plant. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what we did. We just
I
got
would've
the
got
fuck
the
out of
plant.
there. But it was.
No, he was a
interesting.
cop.
It made a story.
He was a
It
cop.
a great story.
If anything,
Shut
he
your
robbed
mouth.
someone who had a plant and was just trying to get rid of the plant. I had no idea what to do with
Yo, I
it.
need this shit gone. I pulled it. I don't know what to
You want
do.
the plant?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Only in Florida, man.
No, Florida is wild, bro.
Damn.
That was one of the worst
Want the
things
plant?
for me
What's
when
that?
I lived
This
in
is
Florida.
for,
I
it's
never
another
I could
thing
hardly
from
ever
them,
find
but it's in a
anything
different
that was,
container
like,
because I ran out.
even
It's-
decent weed.
You see the legal market there now, the medicinal market, and it's sad. I mean, a lot of it's greenhouse, which is
Oh,
not
now we talking about weed.
recommended in Florida. Yeah, just the humidity and the heat combined just way too high. You got too much pest pressure. You got too much disease pressure. They're just growing mold on everything, man. I mean, I've seen some grows out there in person, and it's just powdery mildew as far as the eyes can see.
That's crazy.
It's rough.
That sounds like
Talking about
Yeah.
growing weed, like how long you say you've been doing this?
So since college, 2011, that's when I say I really started. 'Cause
Okay.
I actually started harvesting my own weed.
Yeah.
But actually, man, I've been at it since I was like 16,
16.
17. Trying, like, I grew so many times, or tried to grow so many times at my mom's house. I got busted every single time.
I feel that.
To the point to where I was finally 18, I was able to move out,
And just
went to
get going.
college, and then, yeah, just from that point on, get going. And, man, I fucked up a lot at the beginning, just like everyone else, you know?
Yeah.
A couple of plants under a light. I have no idea what you're doing. Bought some seeds online. Got some seeds out of some, Mexican Reggie from back in the day.
We gonna make something out of
That's
this.
great.
Yeah, and man, just one hard lesson after another, dude. I remember the very, very first time, man, growing in soil in 5-gallon buckets. Like, I completely forgot to put drainage holes in the bottom.
Oh
And it didn't
shit.
even hit me until, like, I realized a few weeks in, like, the plants were just looking like shit. And then I just kept researching and researching. At some point, I'm like, the guy's talking about drainage. I don't think there's drainage holes in my bottom.
Oh,
So I go
no.
back there and just nail a hole into the bottom of the 5-gallon buckets, and bam, water starts pouring
Oh
out. Flood.
shit.
I'm growing this garage in this house that I'm renting back there in Florida, in Gainesville, and just flood out the floor of the garage. This nasty ass, stinky water that's been sitting at the bottom of those buckets for weeks. So yeah, man, that's how I think everyone starts growing. Really, you just start playing with it,
Yeah.
fucking up left and right, and then eventually you kind of start getting the
Shit
groove
starts
of it,
clicking.
Things start clicking.
Yeah.
At the time I was actually going to school to just starting to go to school to actually learn, more about plant sciences, agricultural, horticultural sciences. I dedicated my life to this plant like as soon as I fell in love with it. I just felt like there was a lot to do here. I believed in the whole, at that time, the medical movement, normal, this is going to change the world, change lives. I fell in love with that idea when I was a teenager.
That's
and I was
dope.
like, all right, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And I had no idea how I was going to do it. I thought, maybe activism or, I was fucking clueless in the beginning. But eventually it kind of clicked. I really loved biology. Before I, grew plants, I always had, exotic animals and exotic pets at home and shit like that.
What?
Always,
Do you
always
still?
been interested in that kind of stuff.
What kind of
don't.
name the most
So,
exotic animal you ever had?
I had a scorpion collection. I had a tarantula collection. I had
Hell no.
maybe 5 or 6 different
Collection.
snakes.
What did
That
your
means
parents
more than
do?
one.
Oh yeah, no, I had 55 different species.
Was that you or
things.
your parents?
55
That was me.
different species.
Yeah, I was
of
14,
snakes.
and that was the first thing I did. So I was always kind of an entrepreneur. When I was 13, 14, I started selling bugs online. I realized there was people actually buying and collecting bugs, and I was like, well, I got bugs in my backyard. So I started buying, and so I was
Bro went out in the backyard.
This
Dude,
mother
listen.
said,
Wild
I got
bugs,
bugs in my
bro.
I've
backyard.
seen some
Florida?
shit in Florida that I ain't ever seen
That's
anywhere
right. So
before.
people on the other side of the country were wanting to buy the bugs from Florida. So I was like, all right, well, I can find bugs. So I started selling bugs online.
Dude.
I got you, my
You
guy.
know
What?
For sure.
You know what? At the
I'm gonna look
that
into
right
this.
there, I want to hang out with you as often as I can because if your brain works that way,
For sure.
I just want to fucking try to muse off it.
So you started an online bug selling business?
That's how I started. Yeah, my entrepreneurship.
What
And
did
then,
your parents think
eventually,
about all
with
those
that-
bugs? I'd be.
I was always kind of a weird nerdy kid as far as biology and chemistry and
You're
science. went.
gifted, bro.
So that didn't weird him out. And actually that's what didn't weird him out when I got a hydroponic system for my 17th birthday at the house. with the 400-watt high pressure sodium light just hanging right next to my bed. And then she was like, well, kind of makes sense. Tomatoes, peppers, and all of a sudden I'm growing a bunch of pot plants in the back. She catches me every fucking time and busts me. But it kind of made sense to her in the beginning. You're like, hey, I can see plants coming into this too.
Yeah.
And then eventually I just kind of left the whole exotic
look
animal
like
thing
tomatoes.
behind. I felt like it was just taking up too much of my time, just worrying about growing weed. And just weed just took over.
Bro
my
went
life.
from exotic animals to exotic weed.
Yeah, 100%.
Just
man.
like that.
Yeah, it literally just enveloped my life 100%.
Oh, it's gonna make the worst.
And that's
joke
what I ate,
Please.
slept,
Please do.
breathed, breathed. Dude, yeah, weed was my life from that point on.
Bro. So did you learn how to grow weed like this on your own, or did you have mentors that? Is there somebody that sticks out in your mind that you could say helped you craft this type of marijuana? Because
Dude, a lot of different people, man. There's a pathologist that I worked with for a while.
Yeah.
And his expertise is just plant diseases. So what I learned on the level of plant diseases from that point, from him,
Yeah.
completely invaluable and unique. One of my mentors was one of the managers for Driscoll Berries for 20 years or some shit. And then now one of my current mentors right now is also works for the same company. So just these massive horticultural industries, these machines for a long time.
That's
So what
right.
I've learned from them on a management level, the more recent one on a plant nutrition level, there's a lot of people that I definitely owe everything that I do and everything that I know.
Yeah.
I definitely can name a lot of people I owe this to for sure. I mean, I definitely didn't fucking reinvent the wheel by any
No,
means.
no, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't
From the respect of having started through trial and error that
Yeah.
early, you probably got to a point, but then
you needed
got-
to level up, right?
Yeah, right.
It's
right,
probably
for sure.
with me with cooking. I was good at cooking on my own, but I went to culinary school to level up my skills, right?
Right,
to
exactly.
learn new technique that I can implement into my own skill.
Learn things that you didn't even know you didn't know. Right?
Yeah. Yeah,
You really learn the
that's
science behind it.
that's exactly it. The science, cuz I had no fucking idea that there was a science behind baking bread. We literally
Oh,
The
yeah,
whole
it's a
fucking-
bread, right?
I had an 8-hour class every Monday and Wednesday on making bread and fucking the first hour was like on the molecular gastronomy and breaking all that shit down. And I was like, nah, bro, I'm about to fucking quit baking right
said,
now.
nah.
We did not have to talk about this shit in fucking savory foods. Like, there was no science. It's like,
Sure.
throw some salt in there, bro. Like, that's all it is. You know, like, nah, bro, you gotta proof the bread. You gotta like, score it. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna move on.
Yeah, because
But-
last time I was here, you wanted one of those like Subway bread
I need a
riser
proofer.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I need a proofer to get it popping.
I don't.
Yeah, no, I've heard that. I've heard cooking's an art, baking's a science. I've always
Baking
heard that.
is super science.
You gotta be.
It's a
exact
little bit
with
of both,
measurements.
though. Like,
I'm a shitty baker.
nah, dude. Honestly,
shitty
I
cook.
was
I'm
a
not
shitty
really
baker.
good stuff at all.
I got good at baking in school because, like, it was new to me. Because I was always like, cook, right? And I had to take baking to get my degree. So I was like, fuck, here we go. Like, this is going to be a shit show. But really, like, I'm hella artistic. So, like, in baking, you know, like, you're going to be fine with your piping and shit. And, you know, you can be artistic and expressive. That's where I got hooked because I'm in love with Disney because of how they express color. There's a lot of color and magical popping in their scenes, right? So I was like, I can do shit like this, but with food. So a lot of my shit is like bright in color, you know, unless I got like a custom order. But a lot of the shit I aim to make is like colorful and like you'll remember that shit, you know? So like, I think that's with this weed, man. It like, it's colorful, bro. It's sparkly. This shit is on a whole nother level. And I want to talk about it, man. Like, what are you most excited for this Friday coming up? Like, not just obviously your brand launching, but like, what is your
Dude, talking about it from like an artist standpoint.
from you, yeah,
like
from
what you're
you
saying.
being the actual like the grower behind the plants? Like, what are you excited to see? Like for me, when I drop off some cupcakes, like or whatever, you know, I'm real excited to see somebody's reaction when they eat them. Like that's so obviously, you know, the
Yeah.
turnaround, right?
To me, this is my masterpiece. This is what I'm working on. It's my
Yeah.
masterpiece. So this is just the beginning of it for sure. But like the machine that we're looking to build here in Arizona, be able to like produce this consistently, and just, I mean, we kind of plan on taking that throne here. You know, we don't really plan on competing too much. We really kind of came in here to really just establish ourselves as that California brand that everyone, you know, has always heard about.
did that.
Everyone's
I had
always
to look in my
dreamed of
box.
wanting
I'm
and
like-
trying.
Say it again. You said, bro, we came out here. Like we're here. Like
Yeah.
y'all gonna feel it. And
Oh, for sure.
real talk, like people.
I'm not gonna lie, I've probably smoked the least amount of weed in an episode up to this point, and
It don't
I'm
make no
probably
sense.
higher than I was even last week when all we did was dabs.
Nice.
That's
That's a hell of a compliment.
I
That's
mean,
the terpenes, man. It's a unique terpene profile we got on all of our flower. It's the shit you don't smell anywhere else. I've grown a lot of weed. I've smelled a lot of strains. And
yeah.
like what I smelled when I started at Connected and Alien, what I saw like what they had,
Yeah.
dude, it was eye opening for sure.
So like what when you pheno hunt or like, you know, what cultivars like do you look for like Seed Junkie or
So yeah, if we're
Or
doing
do you guys-
like in-house breeding,
Yeah.
there's a team of people, and you know it goes through a really rigorous like QC process.
yeah.
I mean, we have a really high standard. That's the best thing about the company, right?
Yeah.
We won't let anything go into a jar if it doesn't hit like a 10 on everything. And that's, you know, from the taste, smell, smokability. That's
Yeah,
the
you keep doing
potency,
that. I
That's
mean-
everything, man. So it's just a really rigorous process, and we just got some really good genetics, man. Just some really, really good stuff that just consistently, like, no matter how we cross it, just comes out with some interesting, different flavors and flower structures. Man, the stuff that's going on in breeding, like, I just wish there was a way that we could show people what's going on. Like, California's starting to see it. They're starting to see micro batches dropping, and that's just, like, basically flowers, what's coming out of the breeding programs, and just seeing what's going to really hit the market the best. So we got so much stuff.
That's
coming.
my first time hearing that micro batch.
Micro batches, yeah, they're real big. We did them maybe like right at the end of summer over in with the San Francisco, Sacramento area, that North California
Yeah,
area.
yeah.
Yeah, we were dropping just real small quantities,
Okay.
really exclusive strains.
So it's like you gotta get there.
There were lines out the door. It was selling out in hours. It's crazy.
Like how
Round the
micro
block.
would you or
It was a few pounds each per store.
Okay.
Like they're flying through it.
Few
Wow.
pounds.
That's another
Yeah, a
thing.
few
Yeah.
pounds per store.
That's
I went
That's something to be proud of,
passing
too.
here. This stuff's
Limited.
gonna go next level.
no, it is like that's what I was gonna say. Like, I know this shit's gonna be steep, but as of right now, like, it's worth every penny to me. Like for real, for real.
Yeah,
Like
it's an
if I
experience.
will probably be trying to buy this every chance I get because I'm just stubborn like that. Like it's been a struggle to find good weed, like a real ass struggle to find good weed lately out here. So I'm real excited for some shit like this to drop. I have a terrible thing with calling people's art shit. I'm sorry.
No, you.
One time somebody corrected me on that, so I try to but when this stuff drops, man,
Yeah, for real.
it's like,
It's gonna be fun.
yeah.
It's gonna make an impact, man. It's gonna be the new 420. 11/13. That's gonna be Arizona's 420.
For sure. What is today? Tuesday?
you know what, man?
We got
That's
3
my
days.
grandma's birthday.
Friday the 13th.
There you go, get us some weed.
It's my niece's birthday too.
Not gonna fly.
Well, no. Probably not, but she passed away a few years ago. She was 100.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
Whoa.
Good run. Good run.
We will
She-
smoke some
you
weed
know.
for her, K-Boog.
grandma's got me.
I'm pulling up on you
Nah.
Friday. Some loud.
What?
We'll smoke some for Granny. Facts. 100 joints.
Yeah, last time I saw her was her
Shut
100th
up, bro.
birthday party.
Nice.
And then she passed away like a couple months later.
Yeah. Oh,
She had
That's a hell of a
she had
milestone.
had like a minor stroke over that summer, and I think like the 100th birthday party, like
When you say that,
Was
I
that
don't know what year you're
keeping
born.
her
I
moving.
can't imagine.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, something to look forward to.
Something to look forward to.
Gotta make it to that
She got
point.
a chance to, like, I mean, she lived in Illinois, so she got a chance to
Right.
see me and my brother one more time, and yeah,
Cool.
it was good. Good time, good memory. Love Grant. Not a downer.
Why do you look at me? Why are you yelling at me? I'm
Not
I'm
a
like,
downer. Nah, man, when I talk about stuff like that, everybody's like, oh, it's a downer. It's not a downer. It's good shit.
nah, man, that's a good flashback. I'm glad you could experience that right here. That's good. We need that.
Smoke up for
So,
I'm high as fuck. You want to ask these
Should we do
trippy ass
questions?
questions? Because Corey's not going to let that shit
alright, here's
fly.
what we're going to do.
They did it to me
I've
after
got
I
like
was
200
super,
of these,
super
but
big.
we're not going to do
last
anywhere
time.
near. We're going to do 5.
What's the
Cool.
difference?
And
So
I'm just going to have you give me a number between 1 and 100.
One number at a time, though.
Yeah.
41.
Ooh.
Is that relevant? Can you see that?
Would you
Oh,
rather
wait,
eat
wait.
rice
July
with
4th.
every meal and never be able to eat bread, or eat bread with every meal and never be able to eat rice?
Damn, I'm Brazilian, so that's a pretty easy one. It's gonna be rice.
This guy brings like the craziest lunches to work.
I need to
The
fuck with you.
craziest lunches.
They look
For
so
real.
delicious. They're like full blown like
I need to
meals.
fuck with this
Other
guy.
people are eating like Lunchables
On
and
the
Little
food tip.
Caesars, and he's like, no.
What are you
peasants.
guys eating? This is food.
Yeah.
No, gotta eat well.
It's
Gotta eat
hearty
for sure.
right
There's
here.
one thing you're gonna invest in for sure.
Facts. I
Alright,
wish I did.
Question
I'm
number
a chef
2.
now, yeah.
Number 2. Your
What,
pick.
no, what number did you pick?
What number do you want to pick?
41.
41. No, you.
Oh
already
yeah,
picked
no, just a new number now.
New number.
All right.
That was awkward.
That's
You're gonna
Let's go with 7.
yes. You're gonna pick 5 total numbers. 7.
I am.
Would you rather be a
Here.
practicing doctor or a medical researcher?
Damn, that's a good question, but also pretty easy. Researcher, because actually, funny, interesting note. Both my parents are doctors, and my dad's a medical researcher as well. So that's kind of interesting.
Weird question. To
Yeah.
Coincidentally
That
come
falls
up.
They
on
probably
you.
actually were kind of hoping that I
Who's
would go
this
into
guy?
with the science background and everything. They were kind of hoping I would go into one of those instead of growing weed, but
I mean,
you know,
you're using
life
science
is-
though.
Oh,
They
yeah,
can't be
no,
too
for sure.
mad about
they're
it.
proud. They're proud. Don't get me
I
wrong,
got-
but
yeah.
there was definitely a phase like before it was legal when I told my mom I was going to go to college to grow weed, where she was like, "Okay, I guess that's a good idea."
Look, Dad, I'm taking over Arizona.
Oh yeah, no. Nowadays it worked out just fine, but yeah, definitely I think medical research is just having that responsibility, and like one of the reasons why it's cool to work with plants is they having the responsibility of like a person staying alive versus a plant staying alive. Dude, that's a lot of responsibility. That's heavy, man. That's
You
heavy.
want
I'd go
that?
with I'd rather go with the research. Just something where I can just worry about myself.
Doesn't have to worry about the people staying.
Oh,
alive.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was like, you
Research.
want that?
Nah.
Look, take that off my hands, sir.
Alright.
Not good with this.
Next number.
Let's do 27.
Would you rather live in the wilderness, far from civilization, with no human contact, or live on the streets of a city as a homeless person?
No human contact.
Yeah, that homeless option's pretty shitty.
That is
Yeah,
a pretty shitty option.
like obviously.
Wait, did it
Clearly,
specify
some
New
people
York
choose,
City?
but-
huh?
Did it specify New York
No.
in
City?
some city.
A city.
Like, a
Oh.
city.
You can pick your own city.
I mean,
Yeah, I like
If you,
that.
if
San
you wanna,
Diego.
If you want to pick the city.
I'd be fucking
I like the outdoors. I like
homeless
being
in
alone, so
California.
ultimately, the other one doesn't really
Look,
matter.
I'm
So-
putting a spin on this question. If you could be homeless, which state would you be homeless in?
Dude, I've
Well,
always said I don't
California.
understand
depends.
why I wouldn't be in San Diego. as
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
California.
There's
Bro,
like, there's
they're
no-
living, huh?
Have you
Like I ain't gonna
seen-
lie. Okay, that sounded crazy.
They're
I'm sorry.
living stuff.
Listen,
Stop.
for some homeless people,
Yeah, but have you seen
they
how
be
bad it's gotten?
yes,
there
I
since
do.
Corona?
Listen,
know
I stay
you were
in. I go to
there.
Oceanside a lot, but they do not seem like they are tripping. Like they be on the beach every day drinking. They always got food. Like the weather's
Are
always
they the smartest
nice.
people in the world, or like maybe we're fucked up?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if I was homeless, I would beeline to California,
For sure.
and then I'd work my way to get like a station wagon, and that would be the crib.
I feel like I would want to be innovative enough to be bi-coastal homeless. So in like the nice months, I could be in New York, and then in the cold months, I could be.
That's
in
called a
California.
hitchhiker.
Dude, you could ride the train.
Yeah, by the
You could
time
be
you
a
make it
hobo,
across
ride
the
the train.
Yeah,
By the time you get from one end, it'll already be the.
I don't got time
So
like
like
that. That's
you're
why I
high,
said
you're high.
innovative. I can't.
Gotta fucking ride the train.
I'll be a
What
teleporting homeless
train?
person.
Dude,
So
there's
this, like,
trains that cross,
there's-
there are trains that cross this country.
Do I look like the kind of person that
jump
could
the
run
freight train.
fast enough?
Yo,
To
Yes.
catch
I've
up
watched
with?
An,
I
I've watched
feel like
an
you
entire
have
documentary
wheels.
on people that ride trains for a living. Not a living,
Not
but
for a
that's their
living.
lifestyle.
For a living.
No, that's what they do.
No, I'm
They,
gonna
like,
pay you
dropped-
now. Thank you
No, they
very
straight
much.
up dropped out of society to ride trains. Like
Yeah, it's a lifestyle.
most of them are junkies too, but
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that goes with riding on freight trains
Yeah.
as a lifestyle.
I'm
Comes
trying
with
to
the
process.
culture.
I'm trying to like imagine that in my head.
Dude, there's a whole documentary on it. I want to say I watched it on Amazon at some point in time, but it was
mean,
like 3 or 4
damn.
years ago.
I don't
Yeah,
believe
no, I knew
maybe
some
20%
kid when I was
of
in
what
college.
was
He was actually like
happened.
the dude who lived above my brother or under my brother at some point or whatever. He lived on the beach. He's a surfer. He's been a surfer all his life.
Mhm.
And then his buddy, who was also a surfer, lived in the next apartment house, and did a lot of acid. But ultimately, it left him very open to a whole lot of ideas, including like letting a band of train hoppers like stay at his crib for like 5 days. Talking like 7 people that he's never met before in his life and spend their life.
He met him, and yeah,
He was
come
like,
kick
yeah,
it.
come,
why not?
come hang out at the house. And then they
didn't-
did hang out at the house. I don't think they stole anything, but they did go like begging for a good stint of the day to like make their days with the money. They like all like spread out, did some begging, came back together, pulled their cash together. They had a couple $100. Went to the grocery store, bought a shit ton of frozen pizzas. Like they had this whole thing kind of like lifestyled out. Like that's what they did.
Sounds like Free Willy.
But I,
I
feel like
mean-
it's like anything, you become institutionalized. You figure out how to survive, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
The
Begging frozen
streets,
pizzas.
prison, like whatever.
Worked out.
Maybe it's
I
just a
mean,
freedom.
like literally, people like from watching that documentary. I have no firsthand experience, obviously. That was a lot of what the people would say, where they got into the lifestyle and like that's what they wanted to do. They didn't want to go and get a job and work and do what normal people do.
Because it
or
didn't feel
what
right.
everybody
Like they get a
thinks,
bill
right.
and they panic, or you know what I mean? Remember that
feel
one?
like-
Shit, me too.
There was like that show where that guy couldn't sleep on the bed. He like still slept on the floor even after he had an apartment because he just like wasn't comfortable in a bed, so he would still like sleep on the floor.
Yeah.
It's a little different than wanting to be on the streets, but I see you.
You know, but I like when you're institutionalized, like even if you change like your status, like some of that stuff
Gotcha.
still like stays with you.
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck that was relevant to whatever you guys were saying. I forgot why, but
It's all right.
It's
It
all
needed to
right.
be heard.
Jordan's up and over here making stupid faces at me, and I keep forgetting.
Jordan's just high. Jordan's making high faces.
But what
This
happened to
is
the questions? He said medical researcher.
Oh, yeah.
And then we
Oh,
stopped.
you
Whoa.
got
Oh yeah, you're
three
like 2
down.
questions
You got
behind.
3 down. 2
So
more.
55.
55. Bro, we went off on that one.
Sorry, that was
All right.
my fault.
This guy's like my both.
Would
my
you rather
parents are
be the
doctors.
absolute best at something that no one takes seriously, or be well above average but not anywhere near the best at something well respected?
Jesus.
I don't understand that question. Can you pick any number?
Did you
That's-
understand?
Yeah, no, I
You
think
did?
I definitely understood the question.
Break it down.
So would I be the best at something that no one gives a shit about?
So like you're the best. Okay.
Like I'm the best lighter flipper in the
Like
world.
you're the
or
best
something
like
that.
shoelace tie.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna go with the other one. Be moderately good. Because honestly, who's the best at fucking anything, right?
He
Who
said,
wants to be the-
K-Book, did you say shoelace?
Honestly,
Yeah, I
I
did.
don't
She's
even wanna be
fucking
the best
bunny
at
ear, I
saying-
fucking
We know you
tied.
have your
Sounds
Velcros
gross.
ready, criminal, so you can pipe down.
Whoa, she went
Criminal.
there.
All right, last question.
That was a shot to the
All
heart.
right. Let's do 63.
Did he even
Would you
answer
rather
that one?
inherit $20 million when you turn 18, which already happened, or spend the entire time earning $50 million through your hard work? That doesn't fucking make sense.
Yeah, I don't think that one makes sense.
That doesn't make sense at all.
Let's go to the next one.
All right, we're gonna do 64 instead. Would you rather be an amazing painter or a brilliant mathematician?
Mathematician.
What is
Do you have
wrong?
to do a lot of math in your job?
No, I mean, that
Math.
kind of goes back to the first one where, like, if I'm an
Mm-hmm.
amazing painter, like, who really gives a shit? Honestly, like,
I like paint.
I mean, there's,
What?
don't get me wrong, I love art too, but, like, what am I really doing? You know, honestly, mathematician, you get some shit done in the world, right?
Do you
You
do a
can make
lot of
some
math
coin.
in your job for real?
You can make
I would
some.
definitely, I would definitely
Not
be
a
a
lot of
painter.
math, like, compared to an astrophysicist, like, I mean, it's...
I mean,
There's a lot of
barely
formulas,
do
right?
math.
I mean-
there's some formulas for sure. Yeah, I gotta calculate some stuff.
He's fucking so casual. I gotta just,
Yeah.
just gotta calculate a few things.
MBD.
I'm over here like still figuring out.
I don't
what
even
I'ma
know
do.
what I would do with the ability to be a brilliant mathematician.
Right, yeah.
Like
that-
I don't like I
I
can't.
feel
You
like
can
that's like-
build
like that heavy
spaceships.
responsibility, whereas like you're
Well-
a brilliant painter. It's like, man, you can make the argument that my 3-year-old's a brilliant painter if you really wanted to. Like, you know,
That's
you
facts.
You could talk someone
Truthfully.
into it, right?
Yeah.
So
If you can put it on a wall in the right place.
don't get me wrong, I love art. I'm an artist in many ways. Like I've
No,
studied
man.
art.
All the artists hate you now, man. You just put down their
You're
profession.
getting all the hate mail.
I'm just kidding, man. They're not gonna hate you, especially after Friday. And
So how was that for 5 questions?
That was good.
that's not as bad as
It
I
was
thought they
good.
were
It
gonna
wasn't.
be.
It wasn't.
Because I
as bad as
forgot
mine.
how like long they were. There's some long ass questions in there. Maybe I'm just high. I don't know what's going on.
Shout outs.
Nah, man. Dude, I want to thank you, man. I know it's late, and you had probably one of the longest work days, longest work weeks, and it's gonna continue until Friday and thereafter. But I want to thank you, man. For real, this is a huge blessing. Like, you have no idea. It's an honor
Definitely an honor to have
to be sitting here, like, chopping it up with you. I know there's an owner and, all that shit. But I like talking to the growers. No disrespect to
No, for sure.
to the owners or anything. You know, they're cool. I love hearing their stories and shit. But I love talking to the growers, man, because like you can just tell. You know what I'm saying? You can separate the passionate ones and then the ones that are just like, well, I'm here, you know.
For sure, man. It's definitely a privilege to be representing the company 100%. And it's dude, it's been a blast. It's an honor to be here too.
It hasn't even started yet, bro. Like, I can't wait to like. I'm gonna do it in the morning, but I'm gonna speed review that shit and break some. I've been doing it. I'm about to break some fucking necks tomorrow morning.
And both Connected and Alien will be available Friday at 9
Both.
Harvest locations. So make sure you go to the Connected Arizona IG. There's a map of all of the Harvest locations they'll be at, so you can make sure you get there early. Because I promise.
Don't tell him that.
Well,
I just gotta let
Stay
y'all
late.
know.
Sleep in.
Harvest of Avondale is not gonna have it
okay.
until after
lying
2
too.
p.m. So don't show up until after 2 p.m. That's my news for y'all. That's my tip.
Why are you gonna
That's
lie
my
to your
tip.
viewers,
Huh?
to your listeners? Why are you gonna lie to your listeners?
Man.
Let me tell you something. I only do it for the weed, okay? When something like this comes by, I gotta make sure I get it. So
You like art. You don't try to keep Bruno's art from the world.
I'm not trying to keep it from the world, okay? I'm just trying to slow the world down from picking it up for a couple hours so I can make sure I get mines. Is that
Right,
is that too
right.
much to ask?
No, not at all.
It's not gonna happen anyway, but if I can hopefully think that. But listen, Bruno's work is fire.
Man.
They're gonna see it, and it's over. With that, let's shout it out. K-Boog, who you got?
Man, shout out to everybody. I'm just happy to be here tonight. Shout out to you and your whole team, the whole team, from the cultivators to production to whoever else is involved, because, yes, I mean, our conversation arc tonight should just tell you how good this weed is.
Bro, yeah. We went from talking about homeless people to mushrooms to
Man.
LSD and man. What a yeah.
All over the place, yeah.
Alien labs.
For sure, yeah.
Velcro shoes in prison.
Oh, stop.
Yeah,
I'm not a
follow us on
criminal.
IG.
Who you shouting out?
Hashtag Velcro shoes. Who am I shouting out?
Yeah.
I'm shouting out my kid. Dude, my kid
Is a baller, bro.
is a baller. My kid is ranked number 2 in the nation for his age group.
For real?
13 years old. My kid just played in a game, a post-grad game with high school kids. I put points up on these people. Points. And I am so proud
I'm
of that
about to
kid.
come watch him because
He's so
you said this
good.
last time.
He's
I'm just
so
playing.
good. I'm so proud of him. He works so hard at what he does. Like, talking about loving your craft. Like, this kid found something young that he knew he was obsessed with, and he's never stopped giving it his all and understanding the statistics behind it, not just wanting glory, just like really like his IQ for the game is so dope. And like, really also shout out to the American voters right now. So many people turned out in this election to vote. I don't give a fuck who you voted for. It's so fucking dope that so many voters turned out in something more than like 120 years or something wild. Like, shout out to America for showing up to vote. Like, whatever fuckery's going on, that doesn't even matter. Like, the point is more people are getting involved, so like stay involved because that's sick.
Word. Who you got, my guy?
So, I mean, first of all, I gotta thank the opportunity to even be here representing, right? So
Yes, sir.
Connected, Alien, make sure to follow us on IG. We got our own pages for Arizona too. Man, always my team, all my followers too from Brazil.
Hey.
You know, I love everyone there, and I know there's probably some of them at least that are gonna be listening to this too, even though it's in English. Yeah, my family for putting up with me being out here this late at night and everything, and supporting me in everything I do. And you guys, man, I really appreciate being here. Anytime you guys ever want to do this, just let me know.
Oh, stop. I'm about to blow you up. I'm just playing, man.
He's gonna come to work and be like, "Tell Jordan to leave me alone."
Leave me the fuck alone.
He knows I just said that for the air, right?
Uh-huh. Tell him it was... Nah, we're good. I'm not that guy. Thank you, man, though, for real. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, the Alien Lab Squad.
Connected.
Connected.
Man.
Shout out to you, my
Kori.
friend. For real, for real. Like I said, you're a great friend in this industry. We appreciate you. Shout out to all the listeners, the followers. Y'all are the shit. Shout out to my fam, K-Boog, T, fucking Steez, Allison. We all love you. And we out this bitch. K-Boog, Young Hippy, Kori,
Bye.
Bruno. Alien dropping this
Share
Friday.
with your friends.
We
Share
out.
with your friends. Share with your friends.